Alrighty, hello everyone. It's actually time for us to be back. It's been a while since we played Records of Miqto, but everyone's healthy and here, so yeah, it's good to see you. Good to be here. Good to be seen. I'm gonna jump over and bring the cast in so that we can get started because why wait any longer, right? Here we go. Hello everyone.
Hello.
Nice. Oh, sorry. One more time.
Hello.
Oh, that's a voice.
Yep.
That is a voice. Yes, it is.
There
Hi.
we go. Hi. I wasn't
Hello.
expecting that high of captain. All right. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yes. All right.
So the highest I could go, my microphone refuses to pick up.
Oh no, that was fine. That was an acceptable amount of high. So yeah. Hi. Hello,
I
everybody.
just realized that my settings went back to default, and I was wondering why I couldn't hear anybody.
Ooh.
Oh.
Default. As a matter of fact, before we get too far, I want to make sure that my shit is working too. Yep, I see all mics on, all numbers good. Cool. How is everybody feeling?
All readings nominal.
Readings nominal. In the pipe, 5x5.
I'm good. I'm excited to be back.
And
Very well.
as am
Yeah.
I.
That's the sound Squishy make.
I have no idea what sound Squishy makes, but they're gonna be adorable.
That's the sound they make now. It's been foretold in the scrolls.
Hello there.
All right, so
Only a master of evil art.
just to get us started and moving,
Please.
might as well just jump right into those intros. Hi, I'm Rendis. I'm going to be playing Rendis Larucio, the Martian human scientist. Popcorn over to Dougler.
Hi, everybody. I am Dukler. I am playing Bayer, the Thren pilot. He recently leveled up. Got some new talents. Popcorn over to John.
Why, hello there. I am John, or Captain Carrion, and today I will be playing the party marine, also better known as Dog, our security specialist, Old Man, and apparently something arriving at designated driver / chaperone. Over to Rinus.
Shay.
Oh, Shay, you already introduced me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello.
But you did also forget, while not submissive, incredibly breedable for dog.
Oh, God.
As the Miqtoan women have so fondly decided.
Yeah.
Look, their first impression was Rendis was in charge because she is the one doing the talking, and Douglas is the only male she has with them, so...
She must not be doing that well. Only one man?
I mean, that can be a lot compared to some who don't have any, considering they're like 1 in 10. By the way,
Poor guys.
does anyone even remember what happened last time?
I shot a sword, it went bang. Unfortunately, I did not get them convinced that their gods objected to their war.
Oh, I mean, they did see the lights of a flying vessel come down through the rain somewhere. I'm sure the more inquisitively inclined of them can put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
Especially considering they've seen your weapons before.
Yeah. I mean, it makes
But you
sense.
managed. You did manage to frighten them enough to back down.
Yeah.
They were going to be like, I don't know if this is God or demon, but we're backing up for now.
I don't know if this is God, demon, or psychotic old man on a roof. Either way, we don't want to fuck with it.
That dog did manage to time it with lightning strike.
Yeah, that was his whole shtick. There. It's like, okay.
Yeah. By the
Don't
way,
fuck-
I am Shay, the aforementioned Shay, the Dreamweaver or Dungeon Mistress or Storyteller, what have you, for this game of Change Stars, my own homebrew, Records of Miqto, in which the exploration team has landed on a planet with a very habitable Earth-like planet, with groups of the dominant species currently at war with each other. But yes, you did break a sword that one of them seemed to be in possession of that did not seem of this world. What else occurred?
We went back to the capital to prepare for problems.
Actually, we didn't get to the capital. We got
We were leaving for it.
the Meekins to our
Our
Rain
outpost.
wants to
That's
say
right.
outpost, yeah,
Yep.
because that was
That's
closer,
right.
and also behind the army as well.
And in the process of getting off the roof, Dog fell into the water and wound up with a
Made a
pentapus
body.
who has been named Herbert Squishy on his head. And I didn't even have to tell anyone who Herbert Squishy was. Like, they heard the name, and Herbert was just perfectly applicable to the little critter.
Yeah,
And she has made art, and it is adorable.
He's such a little guy.
I know.
He's just a little guy.
So just
Yeah.
cute little.
I also believe that your vessel for flying through a lightning storm ended up getting a bit
It's fucked.
overheated.
It is fucked. There's no way around it.
It is in need of
fucked.
repair.
Yeah, it's gonna need some repairs.
The electrical storm did also cause a lot of interference with communications, considering there is very little on the ground so far. But I feel like to get us back into the swing of things, I feel like we see I'm gonna say it's been probably a day, but we get a shot of another shuttle kind of flying through the upper atmosphere over the clouds before it arcs and then takes a dip beneath them. There's rain splattering over the whole of it as it flies through. What are you three doing currently while you're waiting here? It's been maybe about a day of waiting.
I mean, one of the things Doc's probably doing is he's got his, nose in the shuttle trying to do what repairs he can.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a mechanics from Dog. How about Bayer and Rindis?
Bayer is working on her CCU project.
All right, I'll need a mechanics from you as well.
Brindis would probably continue any medical examinations that she had started the day prior.
All right. That would be a medicine from Rindis.
We like to use a patrician for this.
Oh, did we lose any stress over the day or edge?
I would say yes.
I'll let that roll stand, but here's 1d6 for it. Ha.
Oh. For okay, so I'm gonna start with fire. What are your goals for repairing this? Or modifying this CCU?
She's basically trying to make a. She can turn on like an electric field if someone tries to come at the CCU with a suit slitter again, because that was scary. She did not like that at all.
So you just want to charge the hole.
Yeah, she's essentially trying to link it to her shock staff so that if someone gets close, boop,
Just
electrified.
Exceptionally dangerous. Let's do it. Definitely not going to have any repercussions in a when you're walking on a saturated ground.
Well, it's not on all the time. It's just on when she gets. Oh shit! They're going to touch me with a knife. Boop.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna wait for that to happen.
You're not gonna have to wait long. Knowing our luck, it's probably going to happen sometime within 5 minutes of walking away from things.
Mm-hmm. So that is going to be connected to your to the electrical staff. You are definitely going off book on what is allowed in CCU regulation, but who's going to tell?
Not Rendus.
Yeah. Speaking of Rendus, I'm going to say, looking over the Miqshins, there's plenty of downtime. A lot of them are, or a lot of their warriors do have like bruises and scrapes and cuts and stuff, and a lot of that's easy to patch up. The one that's really the most injured is Miyoshi. She's the one who had her arm broken, which is currently splinted. It's going to take a little while for that to heal. Very much seems like she's... I'm going to say with your role, you pick up that she's a little bit down on herself, and it seems like she wants to be up and active. You also have a fairly large number of these Miqshin villagers situated here, so it's fairly crowded inside. Some of them do go out and wander the rain when it's not a torrential downpour. You do hear a number of them playing as well, especially in the bathroom where they have discovered the liquid soap that bubbles. And while they probably do have their own form of soap, they are currently making a very bubbly mess with shampoo in one of the bathrooms. And a lot of the younger ones are kind of playing and laughing. There is also a group of them that have gone off on their own and checking up on them. They seem to be making sure that the men of their group are currently busy still performing. Existential propriety during conflict, so it seems. All in all, most of them are in good health. I would say really the one you would have to be concerned about is the recovering Miyoshi. Douglas, working
Mhm.
on the CCU.
He's on the shuttle. He's working on the. He's trying to
Sorry,
get.
shuttle.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're able to start repairs on it. You can probably get it to a relative operation, but this vessel was kind of pushed very hard in the last couple days. Um,
It's probably going to need an overhaul sooner or later.
it it's gonna need a tune up for sure. Um,
We just have to get it back to where that actually can happen for.
yeah. Speaking of, it's also a little difficult to work on the outside with the rain coming down, but you're able to get some of these things are fairly well designed to do repairs from the inside, unless it's like the hole is torn open. You would be the first to hear the telltale sign of a vessel that has broken atmosphere or that has inter-atmosphere and is heading in your direction. Glancing out, you would see the lights of the ship kind of like pass overhead. And because the landing zone is currently occupied, it does fly off not too far away, but sets down nearby. Fire, I would say, from where you're at. Actually, all of you would probably notice if you all managed to look out a window.
Everybody goes up for the CCU to go look at at the window to see the shuttle.
I'm sorry, does what?
To look out a window to see the shuttle. She goes out of the for underneath the CCU. Right here.
Yoink.
Oh, I can't see. Oh, there we go.
All right, there you go. So you would recognize the other primary pilot besides Bayer. You see that she has a large pack with her, and there is a synth walking beside her. And as she approaches, you do see that there is some movement within the pack as well. She, however, does not open it. As she makes her way, there are several, or there are a number of the Mixians watching from inside as well, prepared protectively. But you recognize, you would recognize Stella Digenetius. Where is she? Where is she? Yep, there she is. Stella Dirigenis.
Who cares about Stella? Are those my babies?
You would notice that the pack she has is protectively sealed. and you can probably guess what's inside.
My babies. And she runs over.
Yep. So she stops and kind of like spins the pack around, and you do see inside. She has probably been taking care of them in your absence. But she carefully opens it and says, "Hey, how you doing?" And immediately, all three of them crawl out and buzz on over to you. And begin crawling around. And you know it's definitely against code to introduce these to a new area, but she's going. She probably snuck them over to see you.
Yeah, I'm sure they're not going to get away at all. They love their mama.
Yeah, the moment they sense your pheromones, they immediately fly over to you.
Just gonna get dogpiled by her babies and nuzzle them.
Yeah.
Super invasive species. I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'm sure it'll be fun.
The worst
Yeah,
xenobiologist.
so that's Jean-Claude, Sebastian, and Burlord the Destroyer.
Hell yeah.
Just
But she says, so they've started building a hive. I've been doing my best to keep it hidden. It's in your office, so it's not too terrible.
It should be fine. I'm not too worried about it. Nesting is in their instinct, but they are not far enough along in the reproductive stage that they should be trying to find hosts.
Well, they've I wanted to make sure that they saw you again, because if they go too long without seeing you, they start getting agitated.
It's true.
And they stop paying attention to my dances after a while.
I suppose you need another perfume bottle of the pheromones as well?
It would be helpful.
Just going to fish out a bottle. It'll be slightly yellow in tint, but she won't elaborate any further on what it is.
And I'm not gonna ask.
oh no.
Pheromones, dog.
Oh, he's conspicuously working on an engine right now.
Pheromones, John.
Oh no. Oh. John read that study.
Ryan doesn't understand human biology. This is no issue for her.
So there are a few things. We've been getting there's some things I need to update you on.
Oh, do tell.
We got a little bit of a choppy message from everyone down here, but I managed to get the go-ahead to come down and check up on everyone. And she takes a glance over to the shuttle y'all had, and just kind of points and says, "Do you all need help with that?"
Yeah. But honestly, I think the actual maintenance crew might need to take it apart and put it back together for us to be, fully operational again. But
give me a couple hours with it, and I might be able to get it up to flying speed. Enough to make it back to the Kimitari, anyway. It looked like, at least from where we are, the storm is going to be passing in the next day or so. It does look like the worst of it is over.
well, that's good.
Oh, and before I forget, Rindus, I know you remember, but Buyer, this is Steven, and the synth extends a hand. It's a very, very androgynous looking one, but also appears to be very customized, I should say.
Wow, I'll reach out to shake their hand like, oh, I see. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, they shake their hand and they say, Greetings. I'm S73. It's a pleasure to meet you. And then Stella says, he calls himself S73, but I call him Steven. And they say, that is an acceptable term.
Karl like shrug to that, like it works.
Right. Let's get out of the rain, if you don't mind.
Yes, of
Sure.
course. Come on.
Steven basically kind of glances over and says, I will get to work assisting. And goes to help
God's
Dog.
glad that he's in something that is waterproof.
On the inside, the 3 upstickers that have imprinted on you begin buzzing around, and the one big flower that is currently not contained, they fly up to and start collecting its nectar to bring back to you.
Sorry, I love it so much. They're so adorable. I'm sure cross-pollination won't be a problem.
Well, they're going to eat the sugar.
There you go.
Thank goodness.
She's probably
Both
actually...
something to make the plant happy and something to make the Rindus's babies happy.
She's going to be just observing, documenting, recording.
Mm-hmm.
These... Actually... These ones... Back up. These ones kind of move forward a little bit, curiously. Alright, so... a couple things to note. Most importantly, another vessel has entered the system. Well, outside the system.
I'm guessing it's not one that's one of ours.
No, not Trinity. Fortunately, it's not Empire either.
Oh, thank God.
Rast and Mink. They've only just appeared, and they seem to be doing a quick scan. We've sent a message to them. I don't know what the responses are, but that's just something I feel like you all should know about. But it looks like this place is about to get more visitors. There is also something we've noticed. A couple points of interest. She's looking over a data pad as well. Continue scans of the planet have revealed an interesting little bit in a couple places. There's a anomalous signal to the southwest of here, a ways off on the same continent. And there is also, we kind of thought it was some errors at first, but after analyzing after analyzing it, there's kind of it's a techno signature, but it's very hidden. Basically, someone else is probably on the planet hiding themselves.
Yeah, that makes sense. What we found out. yesterday.
Well, they're it's a ways north of here. Whatever is going on there is very low key, but they've been going out of their way to not draw attention. And probably have ever since we entered the system. But that's it. So, what's been going on here? Any reports I should take back?
Meyer looks to Dr. Lucio like, do you wanna, or...
Oh, please. After you, I'm observing.
So, you know how there's a rival faction of Miqtos who are attacking the continent, the ones that are here?
Uh-huh. That was
Yeah,
in
they
your
brought an
report?
army.
Sorry, they what?
They brought an army. And
It's usually how wars go.
They're also being supported by other off-worlders.
Have you checked for them?
Fire looks towards where the shuttle is mostly not functional. Oh, that's probably the signal from the north.
I don't mean to be the one to throw a wrench into things, but didn't they make their way up from the south?
That's what I thought too, but they are being supplied by someone else. Fortunately, guns, but
Are they all have all of them been? What are they supplied with? I guess I'm asking.
it's gonna pop for the dog. Hey, dog, you're closer to the army. What all were they supplied with from the off-world?
Alloy swords.
It was just allied swords that you saw?
Alloy. Plus confirmation of other contact made. That's about all that I know on them. They did not tell us much useful information.
We're assuming the space Nazis are the one supplying it, but we just can't
Assumptions
be
are
certain.
assumptions are dangerous, but I'll take the information back and let them know. Have you? I don't know. Have you actually sat down and spoken with the other groups? And I only asking because if Trinity's not going to want to get involved in war.
We did have a pretty tense standoff here before we evacuated the first village we visited.
Okay, so I spoke with them briefly. You see her writing in her notes. Yeah, but no flying around and checking on their people or anything like you have with this group, right?
No. The shuttle's kind of too damaged to do so, and the storm was a bit too worse to risk it at the moment.
Okie dokie. Yeah, so, the higher-ups are definitely not going to want to take sides. But, if we can somehow get proof that Empire is supplying them, that might change things. Why would the Empire supply them, though?
I don't know if they want something with the system. It might be on this planet. Does the first planet has that weird ore, I think it is?
Well, speaking of, it's not particularly. I wouldn't say it's weird, except in the it's all heavy metals. It's just very dense. You know, to the point where it kind of crystallizes a bit and hardens. Okay, so you know how, like, it's actually very fascinating. Certain alloys can be used for different things in mechanics, but this stuff is like has been condensed by high pressure. It's very much a Chthonian metal. It's all elements we know. It's just molecularly structured differently and exceptionally dense.
That's weird.
It's not really my area of expertise, except for, you know, certain metals being used in you know, things like the CCUs or the ships and stuff. But oh, I know. So you know how diamonds are made by heat and pressure?
Yeah. Carbon keeps getting smushed together while it's underneath incredible heat and
Yeah.
pressure. It just
So it makes like a structure where it's kind of like a square. But if it's under even more heat and pressure, it can create hexagons or even octagons in a molecular structure, which makes it much more durable. Like super diamond. Still diamond.
it's just stronger.
Yeah. It doesn't really occur naturally on, like, planets like these. It would have to be something like like a gas giant or a brown dwarf.
So whatever. Oh, sorry. John just realized exactly which stellar phenomenon you're referencing that happened with that planet. Neat.
Neat. It would be kind of the same concept, except this is like heavy minerals.
Oh.
Ooh. One
Dog
other
has
thing.
no idea what that is, nor is he privy to this conversation. John realized it.
One other thing. We've also been getting. The stars we've been cataloging in the area. There's been weird radio waves coming from a strange stellar object. But it's like there's dust or something blocking it. So we're not getting perfect sequences of the light. Probably nothing, but just some extra stuff about what's going on in the system. Well, not the system, but at least close to it. Anyway, lots of weird stuff. I will take this information back. Oh, one more thing. Rindis. And Stella goes over to Rindis, and she wraps her arms around you and hugs you, and she says, "Happy birthday."
Oh, sweet, thank you. She kind of will lure her babies back into their containment. Thank you. Try not to advertise that very often, but I suppose you're one of the few that know.
Mm-hmm. I will keep that quiet if you prefer.
It is of no consequence.
Okie dokie. Well, I got you a present. Here it is. And tell me, what would Rindis have wished for her birthday?
Oh, fuck. Why are you going to put me on the spot like that?
Oh, no.
I don't
This is the
know.
DM asking you what you want.
I know. Why would you put me on the spot like that? I don't know. Shit. I always hate how inventory in these games work. I don't know. Drugs? Not really. Um, uh, I don't know, man. I wasn't ready for this.
I got you a threesome, and she gets her synth boyfriend in here, and you all go off and have a good time. I don't
There
know.
we go. I'll take
That's
it.
about appropriate.
There, I'll take it. I won't say no to that.
Comes with all the latest attachments.
Hell yeah.
I'm just.
Some are still in R&D somehow.
Yeah, it's listen. When in doubt, fuck it out. Let's go.
There you go. So over the next few hours, your three obstreperous babies will follow you around. Stella will help do some repairs on the shuttle, so it can get back to the Kimitari. And after a while, they will depart.
Hooray.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So, shuttle is going to be workable. It still has some damages that need to be fixed, but you all are able to move around again. Yay!
Yay! Ugh. Sorry,
Remember?
John. Oh. Doc, get in here.
I'm sorry. My mother's calling me. It might be urgent.
Okay. So, Doc,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
where do you think we should next? Because fires look towards the movement. Like, are you guys okay here, or should we take you to the capital, or what should we do?
It sounds like they are moving towards the capital. It would be best if we help them prepare, would it not?
True, but the treaty doesn't want us to interfere.
If we are not prepared to go back, we do not have much else that we can do.
The Trinity doesn't want you to interfere without proof of of Empire involvement.
Mhm.
John is back now. That was a quick call, but it was important. Okay.
Everything all right?
Yeah. I just. I'll have to go in about an hour.
Oh, do you need to go sooner? We can just.
I can guarantee at least until 5, so that's perfectly fine. We should be good.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, things have been a zoo over here.
That's all right.
All right, but I'm good
Okay.
for a while.
All right. So, I imagine you all kind of reconvene and share this information with one another. Um, the the mixtions there. You all have been given some extra information. You know that there's an anomaly, a hidden techno signature on the planet, both on planet, and you learned a little more about the formation of the metals as well as some other strange stellar signals. You all were given a bit more. You also know that there is now a new party who has made their appearance in the area. But Miyoshi kind of like glances up from where she's resting and she says, what she was saying before, you would not be able to help us because she pauses for a minute and is like, Queen? Question mark? Would not allow it. Your tribe leader would not allow it.
Government. Just
Yeah, more or less. Queen may not be the right word, but our leader.
collective leaders. A mass of them.
We need proof that someone is interfering with. Shoot, what are the other mixtions' names again? Their camp names.
The tribe names?
Yeah.
A collective nation.
So, our tribe is the Tamya, and you will find that any Mikshan with who lives within its borders have the name Ta at the start of their name. The others, the ones we are currently in conflict with, are the Shivak. It used to be a broken series of smaller tribes, but they were apparently united under one of their warlords.
Yeah, so we need proof that the Shivak are getting support from someone off planet for us to be able to interfere. Yeah, I don't think the sword that Dog shot would be considered good enough proof, unfortunately.
I would be inclined to agree, considering we've gotten some blades from you as well.
Mm-hmm.
Not in a substantial number, but...
Yeah.
I don't recall any other. At least not in that conflict. I thought I might be able to beat her, but
Well, you did do good during the fight.
well, I should probably be dead, but I am not.
Not being dead is something to be proud of. Humans have a saying, anyways, live to fight another day.
I am, sadly less prepared for a fight, and she kind of like looks down at her broken arm. But I will try anyway.
You do not have to fight now, but you can fight when you are able. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. There I go, spouting human idioms again.
There is a similar one we have. Broken bones heal stronger.
Yes, more or less the same.
Well, I would like to at least get my warriors to the capital. I do not know so much about our. I do not know where is safest for our males, considering the army is heading there.
How likely are we to be able to get back up to the Trinity and store them away? Is that probably asking too much?
Well, it's humanitarian aid, so that's the kind of thing that the Trinity does tend to approve of, evacuating refugees and the like.
It would only be temporary. You do not have to stay.
It will ensure the survival of our clan, at least.
Yeah. Get the... Plus, we need to get our shuttle back anyways, and then we'll probably have to borrow another shuttle, because we have a text signature and an anomaly to figure out. And hopefully we'll be able to find out some information that will let us actually be helpful to you. As opposed to having to dance around the regulations as, like some kind of fanciful performance.
If you do not have the proof you need and do not get approval, and we are fighting on our own, I do not want to abandon my tribe.
Well, we can definitely get you to the capital at the very least.
Stelios is in the capital now, right?
Yes, she is.
And I
Oh,
hope that
you
she
didn't
is
hear
safe.
yet. She's one of the prince's wives, or guardians.
And you see a number of the Mixians kind of like glance up at that, and their sails kind of extend. And she goes, "Really?
Oh,
That's." And she's there's the very clear sign of surprise because she's not much of a warrior. But she says her talents must have been exceptionally impressive then.
She will We helped her make a gliding
Do not
machine.
get me wrong. She is my closest friend. She just never took to being a fighter quite so much. But I am proud of her.
Yeah, the Da Vinci of the. Oh God. I just.
She always did have a fascination with learning. I am glad that she is making headway. The tribe needs more minds like hers. It is. She is like there's a folk hero that we have, Anya, who had supposedly not been quite as good a fighter, but was very skilled at overseeing construction of various dwellings and carving into mountains. It's why the capital is such a defensible place that it is. Perhaps she's the next one.
I think she's gonna do some great things.
Well, may she have more than one son. By the way, I did not expect you to be able to command creatures as if you were of one mind. She looks horrendous.
Hmm?
Those creatures you had with you,
What about them, my babies?
they are your children?
In a matter of speaking, without going.
Figuratively.
You know,
have-
it might be better, Doug, for you to just assume that it is figuratively.
Yeah.
It is. I was
Oh,
only
no.
saying it was impressive that you had such a strong command over them.
Well, I am their queen.
Oh.
Your leaders must be very interesting.
Quite.
In truth, they're terribly boring people, but
They can be interesting when the mood strikes them. Otherwise, yes, quite boring.
interesting people often do not rise to positions of high power in our society. Given that it's everything involved in that is built on layer upon layer upon layer of compromise, and
Your tribe sounds very strange in how it
Oh.
works.
oh yeah, no, it really is. It very much is strange, even to those of us who live in it.
Hopefully, they are able to approve of your assistance.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, that other one said, the one beside the metal, tilts her head. Of your kind,
So he's what we call a synth.
Much
They're
Sounds like something you drink.
like, it's short
I mean,
for
there are those
seven.
features.
You drink your metal people?
Oh no. I'm not
That
explaining.
doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
You know what? No, I'm gonna leave you to figure out how to explain that one.
sex.
Oh, she was his guardian.
Kind of, but not in the same way that you're familiar with. But yeah, since there's this sense he's kind of a created life form.
You know how, like, a large number of the security personnel who came with us?
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, they're just, several of them were synths.
No, I don't remember because I wasn't on that expedition.
No, they were ones who came down with the shuttle in this village.
Oh, yes, that's right. I remember them then.
Okay. So yeah, you remember the ones who helped defend against the attack on the village? Oh, goodness, a while ago now? Well,
I remember.
they're same sort of people, just different versions of the same sort of people. That's hard to explain.
Yes, I still don't understand.
Yeah, so they're people who are like built. You see? And damn it, everything I'm coming up with requires you either know something about Earth culture or already understand Trinity shit.
They're
How do
not
you
born of
explain
flesh, but they're born of metal.
That sounds very uncomfortable coming out.
it? Well,
But the flesh doesn't really give born to the metal. It's at least
if only I knew whether or not they had some kind of equivalent of like the the mythology around the column. But they don't. That was very uniquely Jewish.
Well, it almost sounds like you are calling them fabrications.
They are.
yeah, they just can think for themselves, so they can make the choices.
Yeah. They're fabrications that are people.
That is very interesting. It's my first time seeing a walking fabrication.
It's second.
Second time, yes. I'm sorry, I was in a very I came very close to death the other day.
Yeah, fair enough. Plus, the other ones looked very different. Yeah, synths
that
can look
is-
like almost anything. So,
Very true. But with the storm lightening up, what would you all like to do?
we've got crap to investigate. We've got people to move. Oh my god. The dog's just sitting there. It's like, I was expecting to be. He's like, I was expecting to be out, explore, find new things. I'm doing that, but I'm also plopped back in the middle of a war, and I can't, and I don't have anyone giving me orders. Or at least none of the good ones.
Have Rendis radio the ship to get permission to bring the males as refugees. I think she's probably the one who has the best chance of having that approved.
That's true.
They
So-
are civilians.
Yeah, so I'm going to say easy enough. You can probably get permission to bring a small portion of them aboard the Kimitari. Um, uh, it would probably be the males, and then those that are designated to protect them. That would end up staying, but more or less, you all can get back to the Kimitari. Um,
And then get our shuttle into into that refit that it's desperately going to need.
yeah,
After flying through storm, it really was not built for.
yeah. In the meantime, there is. Sorry, excuse me. In the meantime, there is. As you all make it back aboard the Kimitari, there after the missions are able to get off, some seeming unsettled by the ride, others seeming maybe invigorated by it, like going on a roller coaster. Dog, as you're going through the process of boarding, where is Squishy?
I feel like he's like we got a little bowl for Squishy. I feel like as we're going through, like Squishy is just kind of like in the bowl in Dog's lap.
Okay, so as you're boarding again onto the Kimitari, what is her name? Where is she? Vibrant Blossom, or the security officer Blossom, Amirai pauses and says, kind of like looks up, does a double take, and says, "Is that an approved specimen?" And all three of you can hear this.
Yes.
That didn't sound very convincing.
Oh, sorry. Let me try again. Oui. Approved specimen. Yes.
That sounded better. All right, give me a. Give me a.
I'll allow it.
Yeah,
do
go
it.
ahead and give me a
Hey,
communicate.
you get to cut red tape.
I'm rolling Charmer in here.
Oh, okay. Do you also get to cut red tape while you charm?
Do I also get to cut red tape? Well, it's only systems tests.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I will add that +3 in there.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there's the I wouldn't call it a meme, but the camera kind of like zooms in on her eyes, and if they could narrow, they would narrow. Then it zooms in on you, and then it zooms in on Dog, then it zooms in on Squishy, just kind of sitting there smiling in the little bowl, and then she straightens up and says, "All right," and then just checks it off.
For the time being, I think Herbert Squishy is going to have to stay in the biological research lab.
Yes, I would probably keep it out of sight for a while.
Yeah, he gets to be officially studied. Congratulations, boy! They'll actually learn about your extensive care and feeding instructions.
Their sails flicker a series of reds and blues.
Just this little tiny. It's like, hopefully, I'll be able to understand better.
Kind of like stares at you through the bowl, blinks one eye, and blinks the other.
I haven't had a pet since I was a civilian. It's looking up.
You're a pentapus. You have five. You have 5 tentacles for hugging.
You're also quite venomous. Danger hugging.
Danger hugs.
Wait, she's venomous?
No, that's the meme.
Oh. Oh, blue ring octopus. Got it.
Also cuttlefish.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I do like to imagine that whenever dogs puts Hubert down, looks away. Hubert's climbing on the bowl, climbing down the counter, whatever he's on, over to the dog, is up his legs to climb back on top of him.
It probably does that a couple times.
I mean, dog literally, dog wouldn't even be able to feel it because he's in this heavy-duty ballistic assault plate. So
Yeah, you're like walking out the door as it's climbing up your back again.
he's not even he hasn't even realized he's out of the bowl that's in dog's hands. He's just not looking down because he's not looking down. He's looking where he's going. Squishy is going to be a pain in the ass to contain, and it's going to be hilarious because I can guarantee at some point we're going to have to find the pentapus on the ship.
Being back on the Kimitari, though, all of you get an alert, and you hear Captain Quest's voice kind of come through to each of you individually. Dr. LaRusso, Miqto, and Mr. Crowley, can you all come to my office, please?
Oh, it sounds like the jig might be up already. No, it should be fine. Come on.
As you make it there, you see Stella kind of like stepping out and probably having just finished a report. But as you three enter, the door closes and you see her press a few buttons at her desk before she stands up and says, "I need you three to keep what I'm about to tell you under wraps. I've been doing some digging, and after I think we may have a spy on board the Kimitari, probably before we even left."
That is news.
I bring this up because Dr. Indus, when you were taken, they had information on you, and I imagine they have information on the rest of the crew members as well.
Wow. Crap.
And I feel that you three are probably the only ones that I can exempt from suspicion at the moment.
And seeing as how I highly doubt that somebody who almost managed a decapitation strike on them is going to be someone they would be happy for having as a spy.
That, or it's a very skilled ruse, in which case I commend your efforts at espionage.
You know, that is the first time and probably the last time that anyone is ever going to say something anywhere along those lines to me.
I would hope so. Assuming I'm not making a mistake in my gut, I would like any information that you can provide me that might be able to point me in the direction that I might hopefully find some evidence. Is there anyone that you might consider suspicious aboard our crew?
Can I run a test and see if there was anybody that stands out as suspicious?
Yeah. Go ahead and make me a...
Systems? So now I can bypass red tape?
Sure. I feel like that works for this.
Can I assist them?
You also slide into the keyboard and help me hack.
Or just imagine, like, we just go to hub, like, okay, what do you think? Yeah, Joseph
Oh.
did take a second piece of pie on Friday. And we're only supposed to take one piece each.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
How much
Yay.
bonus does that do? How much bonus does that give?
I think 2.
An additional 2.
Yeah, it's a +2 unless you've got something else, some trait or other that makes it a +3.
Okay.
Another 2.
With 2 successes. Well, I guess I should ask first, do you want to push?
I think for this, yes.
Okay.
Boop. And systems. Doop. Jabushki.
Doop, 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 doop.
4. Alright. You don't have any concrete evidence, but you are able to consider that if it was someone who was on here from the start, before the Kimitari even left the station, it would have to be someone who is relatively relatively high up, not high up, but enough that they have access to view certain crew members and have like dossiers on people. There are a few possibilities. If it's going to be someone who was on board, it could be out of possibilities, it could possibly be Sergeant John McLean. It could possibly be Chuck the Synth. It could possibly be Vibrant Blossom, but she is Mirai. Chuck is also a synth. It could possibly be Stella Diriginus, or it could be someone else who you haven't quite interacted with a lot, but you know it's going to be someone who has certain access to information and the knowledge to be able to quietly slip that information over.
So what I'm hearing is, could be anyone.
Oh, not everyone.
I'd say that
Just-
we can safely rule out most of the non-humans except for synths. Particularly Mirai. Though I wouldn't go so far as to absolutely rule them out, I'd say it could be done.
Hmm.
Lay low priority on them.
I would say, I would say, uh, with your role, the top three possibilities would be Stella, Chuck, and John McLean.
All right. So we have three possibilities.
They're just the most likely, I would say, with the role you have.
Arrest all three, and we can interrogate them at the airlock.
Or, and I don't do this because subtlety is not something I can manage. We put out some false breadcrumb, some piece of information. We put a different piece of information in front of each of them that is mutually conflicting, and we see which piece of information leaves the ship.
My idea is more fun, but yes, I suppose this would work.
Like, for example, when our fleet is due to arrive.
All right.
Com records.
Yes.
We make sure that we're talking about it. We have changed at least 2 variables. So, like, when and how many ships. That's the kind of thing that they'd report on.
Yes, of course.
And congratulations, as the one of us capable of subtlety, this is probably your job.
I can start working on that. I just needed information.
Well,
If you do, I'll start.
I think that'll be the best plan, though. Give them a series of conflicting information and see which one leaves.
Yes.
Or
But
makes a report.
how are we going to know which one left?
Well, what we can do in this case...
It would be an outbound signal. It would be really obvious.
Look for an outbound signal with numbers attached. We need to do something that puts numbers in. So it's going to be, I don't know.
It would have had to been something disguised as being sent to one of our away teams, or it. And I hate this potential. It could have been something sent along to the pirates, but that would imply that the privateers that we were courting are still up in the air about our alliance.
Well, we don't have any away teams there, so any messages that go there that aren't coming from your office should be rather an indicator, and a rather unfortunate one.
Yes. All right. I'll start laying the crumbs. In the meantime, I want the three of you to be aware, be observant. If there is any other information that comes to mind, be sure to bring it directly to me.
Of course.
And, also, clever idea involving me. I'm so unsubtle that no one's gonna think that you would involve me in anything like this.
Buyer, I want you to make a insight.
Insight. 1 success.
Okay. Speaking of outgoing and incoming signals, there's one figure that might come to mind, whether or not you remember who they are exactly. But you worked briefly with one of the privateers.
Right. They're the ones that supplied us with the
An expert in the field, if you will.
Oh, ho.
CCU upgrades and the explosives.
Oh my god. The CCU is bugged. Alright, so we mentioned another number around the CCU.
Not wrong, though.
I'm just throwing more ingredients into the possibilities.
Or, if the CCU is not bugged, this is a person we may be able to pay to be very helpful.
Did the pirates ever look over your CCU?
They just gave me the components, and actually, no, they helped me set it up too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to
Yeah.
do a sweep on your CCU.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna put it inside of a...
Why don't we just do a security sweep of it? Confirm
Yeah.
before we waste any time with a fake lead on it.
the best part of that is you would have had to keep it away from official oversights
Which we,
for some of the modifications you've
which
done to it.
somebody
Oh
did.
my god!
Yeah.
Oh no!
To be fair, nothing incredibly important has
God.
been said
How-
around it.
How dare you
I-
have our actions lead to consequences?
And then there's just the realization that I'm pretty certain that we got some certain equipment for somebody's synth boyfriend, and I'm just sitting there and I'm thinking like, okay, so is there a microphone in the vibrator?
I mean, well, here's the thing. You haven't paid Stella yet. She hasn't gotten what she wanted for her synth boyfriend.
We have. Wait, I thought
Because we had to go to the place to investigate the
Yeah, 'cause-
potentially old technology thing that could
Yeah.
be
okay.
added to it.
You still owe her.
Okay. That in somehow it's actually a good thing then. We're going to have to apologize to Stella too.
Well, we'll see. But I think I believe you had someplace to be, John. So
Oh,
I feel like we'll wrap up a bit early here.
I'm sorry.
I feel like I added enough paranoia possibilities.
Oh, the wheels are turning. The
Yeah.
wheels are turning quite viciously at the moment.
So I feel like at this point, the camera's going to kind of pan outward, and it's going to do one of those like zoomings where it's moving upward, and we see the stars kind of moving by before it falls on the planet again, and down below, as it zooms in, we see. We see the one Miqto army cresting over a hill in this more mountainous area as the valley becomes a bit more difficult to traverse, less plains-like and more hills, and as it starts to slope upward. But as this kind of scouting party kind of moves over the edge, we see the primary city, the capital of the tribe that you had been courting, the Tamya. One looks to the other, and we see the subtitles as they speak in their own language, and they say, go tell our warlord we've made it. The gambit's paid off. And the other quickly slinks back, shortly followed by the other one. And we will come back here hopefully next week.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, thank you everyone for watching. It's so good to be back. Not really much else to say. You can check me out over on Girls Run These Worlds tomorrow for our good friend Valdria running the game. Oh, hello, person. Dougler. I'll just resubscribe. Thank you, Dougler. Valdria invited me over to their channel to play Girls by Moonlight. So it'll be my first time being a magical girl. I mean, I'm always a magical girl, but you know what I mean. Anyways, have a wonderful time.